Outsourcing, contracting? What is that? Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. So many providers I see on Facebook every single day asking other vendors that they can apply with to get more trips, okay? This is the worst decision you'll ever make in your life, okay? I promise you this. It's not just for you, it's for the entire industry. This is going to be a relatively short video. It's short and straight to the point. Stop applying to work with company unless you're working with a Medicaid broker, a very huge established program like Medicaid that will only work with a broker. If you're getting deals from, smaller vendors, or if you're paying somebody to get you contracts in which almost anyone mentioning that in any way, if anyone mentions a grant or a contract, it's completely untrue, and they really just want to siphon thousands of dollars from you to claim that they tried to help you out. I promise you, it's a waste of your time. I know it always makes sense to go the easy route if you can, but one thing I learned from my father, when I was young, he would always say to me whenever I had a good idea, there's no get-rich-quick scheme. And I never knew what he meant, because every time he said that, I'm thinking, I would get rich quick from this. Now that I've been operating my own company for 5 years, I now know what he means. It's so hard to do. Your idea in principle is a great idea. Get more trips, right? But going the easiest route possible is going to cripple you, okay? Regional brokers or vendors or anyone supplying you with contracts in which those Facebook comments saying we can get you contracts, those are always a lie. It's literally just someone overseas that's going to say they're making calls for you all the time and just siphoning money out of your bank account, and you're not getting contracts. That's just the reality. I've personally worked with providers who have worked with those services. You'll get somebody from like the Philippines or something like that who's calling. The problem is, and it's no offense to anyone who is from the Philippines, but in the US, a person calling from the Philippines has a whole different vibe, a whole different understanding of the industry. It's obvious to the healthcare facilities that they're calling, if you can even find someone that's not just straight up lying and scamming you, that it's not really legitimate. They just don't feel that makes sense, and it's almost never, it's really never successful. So going that route, or looking for any kind of regional brokers, there's so many names that get blurted out all the time. You got to understand, apart from Medicaid, any vendors or anybody finding you contracts, all that is just an individual that's contacting healthcare organizations saying, I can get your trips fulfilled. And they're charging a great rate, and they're paying you out a small percentage. That is very silly. Like, if you want to start a business and truly become successful, right? Put your focus into where you can make that money. Okay? When there are tasks that you don't know how to do, right? Let's say you need to register your company and you don't know anything about licenses and permits, right? Well, of course, go to LegalZoom, pay the extra $100. They'll do the research. They'll tell you every license and permit you need instead of wasting 3 weeks on that, right? Contact me. I'll give you a half-page script to literally just read to healthcare facilities and organizations. Just word for word, just read it. You could do the exact same job and make 100% of the revenue on trips rather than applying to vendors. I know it sounds easy, but you have to understand, I've been in this industry for like 7 years. I cannot tell you how many providers have went in and out of business. You gotta look. We offer services. I'm not offering your service in this video. I'm literally offering you advice that's going to be better for you in the long run. Okay. We call providers. We call the new providers. We call providers that have been registered for 6 months, for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. You go deeper and deeper. You have maybe 15. After a few years, it's around 20% at the most of providers are still operational. And here's the thing. No one's special. You're only as special as the work that you're going to put in. And the thing is, everybody has the same idea. I'm going to just apply for these contracts. No, you have to do sales and marketing. You are a company. Your company needs to sell its services, not apply to someone who already sold those services for you, and then you take a small percentage out of that. It's going to be incredibly difficult to ever get up off the ground. Your expenses are very high, and there's just no reason to go that route when you can market your own business effectively. If you need help on marketing, that is something we do. We do a great job of it. We don't find contracts for you because then we charge you a lot more, but we give you the tools you need to be able to introduce yourself properly and professionally, like $1 million organization from day one, to these entities. Again, I know it's not easy. A lot of people are a little bit fearful of making the first move, but trust me, any call you're making is to someone who's a receptionist. It's some 18-year-old that doesn't even, they're looking at their phone and talking to their boyfriend and girlfriend as they answer the phone. They're not paying attention to you. You don't need to be nervous with those people. And then when they transfer you and you offer services, the organization is either looking for it or they're not. There's no nervousness. Why be nervous? You got a great service. It's really in demand. They need it or they don't need it. We see out of select industries, select facility types, up to 1 out of 5 or 6 contacted telling us that they either need a provider or they work with one, but they want to work with another one because the current provider they work with can't handle the volume or is not offering the quality service that they actually want. So when you get started in the industry, yeah, of course, submit your applications to the broker, to whatever, but your core of your business is going to be where you put your effort. If you're not putting your effort, if you're not putting yourself through discomfort, if you're not going against friction, you're not moving forward. And you are the primary motivator of your business from day one. I can't tell you how many, I've talked to providers that were in tears, literally crying 6 months, a year in, because they thought they were right from the beginning. And I'm not claiming to know it all. I've just spoken to 10,000 providers and I know what works and I know it doesn't work. You have to set up the foundation of your company correctly for marketing and sales from the very beginning. And then you need to do that work. Put in the 6 months to a year as hard as you can. Then you get a snowball effect. You don't necessarily take your pedal off the metal. You don't take your foot off the pedal. But you do end up getting a bit of a snowball effect, especially if you did build a solid brand and you had a great team working with you, awesome customer service, awesome drivers, and so on. So anyway, stop looking for applications with vendors, okay? If you're not sure how to do, direct billing, contact us. We'll walk you through the process. We'll show you how to get yourself set up. That's going to be where you get your money. It is genuinely easy to do. I have so many providers that never did transportation, had no idea what they were doing, and they just followed it step by step, and they're doing great. And that's it. I just wanted to point that out, guys, because it's like one of the most common questions, and it's painting a picture that NEMT is something other than it's not. It's not an industry like, rideshare where you're just applying for a job. You are so on your own here. But it's an industry in demand, so you can make it work. Be careful. Join our group. We have providers that are very successful in our group, and then myself, I have all the experience. I can help answer your questions. A lot of the groups out there are just really flooded with AI bots. So our Facebook group is Whole Route NEMT, WHOLEROUTE space NEMT, NEMT. And good luck in this industry.